Let's talk about PewDiePie. This video is from a black person to black people. This is not even remotely talking to white people, nor even considering white people. So if you haven't heard, PewDiePie said in a live stream the N-word with a hard R. Okay. Let me talk to the black people who are self-respecting black people. It is the unfortunate thing that black people are brainwashed to be consumers. Basically of everything but black-owned businesses. That includes information. You are consuming information. These videos are information. This is something that you consume. Your brain consumes it. Be it entertainment or be it me trying to teach you financial literacy, which you don't want. If you are a self-respecting black person, which is the only people I'm talking to, you will no longer consume anything that PewDiePie puts out. Not on Twitter, not on YouTube, not on anything. I have told you that, for instance, I made the video about the Seinfeld guy, and he went into his rage on stage, saying the N-word all over the place, and then everybody tried to excuse him and everything, and Seinfeld himself said, I didn't know he was like that. Well, there you have it. And I said in that one, I said, what you do is you don't get angry. For him, you call the advertisers and say, I will no longer support you if you support him. That is the adult way and the professional way of handling that. That's how you handle that. For PewDiePie, you're not paying for his stuff. You just simply do not consume any of his videos. That's if you're a self-respecting black person. For those of you who might be offended or triggered by saying, I'm self-respecting and I'm going to watch him anyway, you are, by definition, you are not self-respecting. You don't understand what self-respecting is? Let's go over what self-respecting means. You do not allow such language in your presence. You have so much self-respect that you don't allow anybody to talk like that around you, including on a video. Now, for all of you self-respecting black people, you already know that no white person can forgive PewDiePie for you, so let's not even go there. No white person can be offended for you, so let's not even go there either. You understand that the entire ordeal has nothing to do with white people. They just wanted to give their opinion about how they felt about that situation, but it has nothing to do with them. And if you are a woke, self-aware, self-respecting black person, you understand that it has nothing to do with them. The fact that he is a foreigner, complete foreigner, and he is from a country that literally has no history of that, and yet he was so comfortable that in his very relaxed state of mind that he came out and said that word, speaks volumes. This is the same thing. If it weren't PewDiePie, if it were some other white person, you would say, if that is on your mind, then you must be of that mind, right? This is simply directing this to self-respecting black people. If you're not a self-respecting black person, I have no time for you. And I would appreciate it if you're not a self-respecting black person, don't leave a comment, because I don't waste your time. Don't waste my time, because I have to approve all the messages and stuff. Don't waste my time. You are in the same category, for this video purposes, as white people. This is not directed towards you. This is only directed towards self-respecting black people. Now, do I need to talk to self-respecting black people? Yes, because I need to encourage them to remain self-respecting. Because there is so much information, so much electronic, so much information, so much entertainment and infotainment that beats upon the self-respecting black person that tells them that, hey, no, that's okay. And I'm here to tell you that is not okay. It's the same exact issue when somebody says something egregiously against women, and then the feminists get all riled up. It is the same exact scenario. Now, I want to point out that when Pewdiepie said something against the Jews, that the Jews were insulted by, he lost millions of dollars almost immediately. He was lambasted. He lost business deals, ironclad contracts, lost them. Boom, slash, burn, gone. This, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And in fact, his black supporters came back and supported him. Those are not self-respecting black people, by definition. And for anybody who says that they are, you don't know the definition of self-respecting black person. You're not a gentleman. You're not a lady. I have a very hard time trying to explain to people who are female that they're not ladies if they do certain things. By definition, that precludes you from being called and being considered a lady. By definition, if you are a black man and you do certain things, that precludes you from being called and being considered a gentleman. By definition, if you support a guy who says racial epithets against your race and you support him, by definition, you are not self-respecting black. Do I make myself clear? I encourage you to be self-respecting and black. This is a war of the mind. This is a war of the mind. He makes millions from this. He makes millions from this, and you're defending him? I don't have time for you. And finally, for all of those white people defending him, know your role. Stay in your lane. Stay in your place. It's not your argument. We don't need people defending us. We're not children. You're not my mom. You're not my dad. Stay in your lane. Especially when you are 20 years old. That would be a funny trick for you to be considered my mom. Or you to be considered my dad. That'd be a funny trick indeed. Stay in your lane. I can speak very well for myself and for my people. Be sure to like this video, share it, and subscribe.